Hey, Skull Nation. What's up, you purple-blooded warriors? This is your die-hard Vikings fan, straight from the heart of Minnesota, fired up and ready to dive into the latest from Vikings News HQ. Imagine this. A quarterback who grew up dreaming in purple, stepping up when our starter goes down, battling through agony like a Viking legend from the sagas, only to hand us a gut-wrenching twist that could change everything. Yeah, we're talking Carson Wentz's heartbreaking shoulder saga, and a sneaky roster move that's got me buzzing. Stick with me through this roller coaster because if you're like me, heart pounding for every snap, you won't want to miss how we're rising from this. Who's ready to unpack the pain and the plan? Let's charge into it. It all started in that electric Week 5 clash across the pond in London against the Browns. Picture the roar of the crowd at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, the air thick with jet lag and destiny. Carson Wentz, our North Dakota kid who signed on late August as a free agent backup, was already thrust into the fire after J.J. McCarthy's nasty high ankle sprain in Week 2 versus Atlanta. But bam, first half hits and Wentz dislocates his left non-throwing shoulder, tearing the labrum and fracturing the socket. Details straight from the insiders that make you wince just reading them. Yet, this guy's a warrior. He straps it up, grits through the pain, and what does he do? Leads a flawless game-winning drive in the second half, going 9 for 9 for 71 yards, capping it with a dagger 12-yard touchdown strike to Jordan Addison with just 25 ticks left on the clock. Skull. That's 2-3 in his 5 starts, folks. Wins over the Bengals and Browns, but losses stacking up like storm clouds. How tough is that? Tell me in the comments. Would you have toughed it out like Carson? We hit the Week 6 bye, and Wentz is rehabbing like his life depends on it. Ice baths, treatments, the works, because our boy's got that relentless fire. He suits up for Week 7 back home at US Bank Stadium against the Eagles, the very team that drafted him number 2 overall back in 2016. Emotional, right? The purple faithful chanting his name, but the birds fly high in a 28-22 heartbreaker. Wentz slings 26 of 42 for 313 yards, threads 2 picks, but our defense under Brian Flores can't seal the deal late. Then it's Thursday night football in LA against the Chargers, short week, cross-country flight, 0 time to heal. He's sacked 5 times, eats 8 QB hits from blitzes coming every which way, all while our O-line's battered. Brian O'Neill out, Christian Darrisaw limited to 9 snaps, Josh Oliver barely 8. Cameras catch him wincing after every dropback. Extra brace strapped on like armor he never needed before. But he's yelling at Coach Kevin O'Connell, "I'm good. Let me stay in." That's Vikings grit, baby, pure, unfiltered heart. What's your take? Did the short rest doom us? Or was it the injury-riddled line? With 1:56 left in that 37-10 Chargers beatdown. Yeah, it stung like a Norse winter. O'Connell finally pulls the plug, subbing an undrafted rookie Max Brosmer to kneel it out. Brosmer hits 4 quick passes, 3 completions for 13 yards, plus 2 handoffs to Xavier Scott for 16 more. Clock management on point. But man, seeing Wentz limp off, it hit different. Fast forward to Monday. Boom, Vikings News drops the hammer. Carson Wentz to injured reserve. Season-ending surgery on that battered shoulder. The official word? It will never be said that Carson Wentz didn't give everything he had for the 2025 Minnesota Vikings. Chills, right? 5 starts, battling pain for over half those games, all while McCarthy heals. We're 3-4 now, staring down a must-win mentality. Fans, hit me. Heartbroken for Wentz, or fired up for what's next? This is the stuff that forges legends. Stay locked in. Shifting gears from the QB chaos, because Vikings News never sleeps. Hold on to your horns, we've snagged a familiar face back in the fold. Right on the heels of Wentz's IR news, the front office claims tight end Ben Sims off waivers from those cheesehead rivals, the Packers. Sims? Yeah, the 25-year-old undrafted gem we first scooped in May 2023 after his Baylor days. Solid preseason here in Minnesota, but roster cuts sent him packing to Green Bay. They grabbed him quick via waivers in August 23, and dude balled out as a reserve. All 17 games each of his first 2 seasons, for catches per year, totaling 8 receptions for 63 yards and a touchdown on 11 targets over 37 games. Mostly inline blocking beast, special teams fire, 14 snaps there this year alone in 3 games. No targets yet in 2025. But now, he's purple again, filling that depth void with Josh Oliver nursing his foot injury. Skol to the homecoming. What do you think? Does this steal from the pack light a fire under our tea room? Let's paint the picture. Sims steps into a tight end group headlined by TJ Hawkinson, our star ready to roar post-ACL, and Ben Urosek holding it down as T3. But with Oliver sidelined, Sims slides in as that reliable blocker we need. Think third down chains moved, red zone muscle, even special teams pop. Remember his Packers tenure? Primarily a grinded-out guy, not a stats machine, but in Kevin O'Connell's scheme, that's gold for play-action fakes and sealing edges. We've got 8 days till we storm Ford Field. Plenty of time for Sims to gel during practice reps. Vikings News is calling this a savvy move, especially after plucking him from a Packers squad that waived him Saturday to activate Christian Watson. Revenge arc loading? Tell me below. Pumped for Sims' return? Or you got eyes on bigger splash plays before the deadline? Diving deeper into the Sims reunion. It's like fate wrapped in purple wrapping paper. Back in 23 training camp, he turned heads here. Athletic tape to tape, hands like glue in drills, that undrafted hunger shining through. We cut him to trim from 90 to 53, heartbreaker, but Green Bay pounced. Pre-draft visit paid off big. Now, after minimal snaps this season, just kneels on offense, kickoff blocking duties. He's waived and we're like, nah, he's ours. At 25, prime age, career stats modest but steady. That one TD grab still haunts Packer nightmares. With our O-line woes, Darisaw, O'Neal, even center Ryan Kelly banged up, this guy's blocking prowess could be the glue holding run lanes open for Aaron Jones. Imagine him pancaking a Lions rusher on Sunday? Electric. Fans, drop your hot take. Best case for Sims this season? Breakout catches or unsung hero blocks? Zooming out on the big picture, Skol Nation, because this Wentz IR hit isn't just a loss, it's a launch pad. J.J. McCarthy, our second-year stud, high ankle behind him after 6 weeks out, is geared up to reclaim the starting reins in Week 9 versus Detroit. Coach O'Connell's confirmed it. If JJ's healthy, and reports say he is, he's slinging it under center, with rookie Max Brosmer as the lone backup now. That's thin at QB, sure, but it's McCarthy's show, the kid who lit up preseason, drafted for this moment. Wentz's 2 to 3 stint bought time showed poise, that London drive. Iconic. But now it's JJ's era, backed by a defense that's bent but not broken under Flores. We're 3 to 4, 1 game back in the NFC North race. Lions at 5 to 2, Packers lurking. This surgery for Carson? Labrum repair, socket fix, tough but he'll heal. What's your QB confidence level on a scale of 1 to 10? Spill it. That Lions showdown on November 2nd? Noon CT kickoff at Ford Field. Talk about a bloodbath waiting to happen. Detroit's roaring at 5 to 2, Jared Goff carving defenses, that Gibbs kid running wild, but we've got history. Last year's thriller we stole in OT. McCarthy's return? Perfect storm, fresh legs, homegrown fire, weapons like Justin Jefferson feasting, already 600-plus yards this season. Add Sims for T depth and suddenly our offense has layers. Hawkinson red zone threat, Urosek seam burner, Sims grinding blocks. But defense? Flores unit allowed 37 to the Chargers, exploited gaps, missed assignments. We've got to tighten coverage on Amon-Ra St. Brown. Stuff the run on David Montgomery. Stats say Lions average 28 points per game. We match that explosion? Win City. Who's with me? Predict the score in comments. Wrapping this injury whirlwind, let's honor Wentz one more time, because Vikings News owes him that. Signed 2 weeks preseason as our veteran bridge, he stepped up Week 3 post-McCarthy's Atlanta twist. Win over Cincy. Then that Steelers slip in Dublin, couldn't even golf with the boys, shoulder throbbing. Against Philly, facing his draft ghosts, 313 yards despite picks. Chargers, 8 hits, 5 sacks. Press box tallied it all. LA feasting on our missing tackles. Yet he begged to stay, embodying that everything he had ethos. Season over, but legacy etched. 6th team with starts, league record holder. We'll miss your arm, Carson. Get that surgery, heal strong. Fans, what's your favorite Wentz moment this year? That Addison TD? Share it. Now, flipping to the Sim scoop with some spice, why now, why him? Packers waived him Saturday for Watson's return, but we pounced Monday, per Tom Pelissero. It's NFC North chess. Stealing depth from rivals? Chef's kiss. Sims 25? 3 games, 0 targets, but 14 special team snaps. Hustle you can't coach. Career. 4 grabs per year in GB. That TD a highlight reel stiff arm. Back here, undrafted roots, he knows the scheme. O'Connell's motion-heavy attack suits his blocking. With Oliver's foot sidelining him, Sims jumps to TE4, but injuries happen. 1 snap away from contributing. Imagine him sealing for Jones' 100-yard day, or chipping on blitz pickup for JJ. This move screams depth over splash. Smart Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah. Your thoughts? Trade bait or keeper? Peeking ahead, this roster tweak ties into our injury plague. O-line decimated, T-room thin, QB carousel spinning. But here's the hope. McCarthy's ankle? Full go per reports. Jefferson, dominant, 800-plus yards projected. Addison, rookie phenom, those TD grabs. Defense, Flores scheming exotic pressures. Last year, top 10 stops. We're 3-4, but by weak momentum from week 6 rehab? Building. Sims adds grit. Think of him in jumbo sets, fortifying run game, we're averaging 110 yards per carry inside the 10? Nah, but potential. Vikings news whispers. More moves brewing? Deadline looms. Pumped or cautious heading to Detroit? Vote in comments. That emotional Philly rematch week 7 under the lights, US Bank pulsing. Wentz, drafted by the Birds, returns as Purple Hero, 26-4-42, 313 yards, but 2 INTs seal 28-22 defeat. Our D holds Jalen Hurts under 200 passing, but late drive fizzles. Stats. We outrushed M 120-85, Jones grinding 14 for 78. But shoulder flaring, Wentz's throws sail wide, visible pain, yet 0 quit. O'Connell post-game. Carson's a pro's pro. That grit inspired the locker room. Now IR-bound, it's fuel for revenge tour. Who's your MVP from that game, Wentz or the D-line? Let's debate. Thursday night massacre in SoFi, Chargers 37-10. Our worst since 21. Wentz, heroic but hammered. 5 sacks, 8 hits, brace bulging. LA's Khalil Mack, Joey Bosa twisting us up. Capitalized on No O'Neal, Darrisaw's 9 snaps, Oliver's 8. Yet, 200-plus yards passing. Flashes to Alyakoya? Buried under avalanche. Flores blitz packages? Leaked like a sieve, Justin Herbert carving 300-plus. But late sub, Brosmer calm, 3 of 4 for 13, Scott's 16 yards. Teachable moment, O-line rehab key. Fans, rank our Week 8 woes. 1. QB hits. 2. D coverage. 3. Run D. Your list. As we gear for Lions, let's hype McCarthy's comeback. Week 2 ankle snap versus Atlanta. Brutal but 6 weeks wiser. Preseason star. 70% completion, arm talent popping. Now, with Wentz mentoring from sidelines post-surgery, JJ's unlocked. Quick releases, RPO mastery. Backup Brosmer, undrafted UDFA, but poise in debut, 4 passes, no picks. Depth thin, but O'Connell's QB whisperer rep shines. Stats projection. JJ tops 250 yards, 2 TDs versus Detroit secondary. Skull chant rising. Confidence in McCarthy 2.0, yes or no? Sims homecoming details. Baylor product, 6 feet 4 inches frame, 245 pounds. Prototype blocker, 23 Vikings camp. Impress scouts with route running tees, but cuts hit. GB, 34 games, special teams ace, tackles galore. 25, kickoff unit, no routes called. Here, behind Hawkinson, post-ACL beast mode, Eurosex speed. Oliver out, Sims starts, block for Justin Jefferson sweeps. NFC North twist, face Packers Week 12, Sims versus X-Mates? Poetic. What's his ceiling? 10 catches, or rotational rock. Injury ripple effects. Wentz out, but silver lining, McCarthy unchained. O-line, Darisaw ramping, O'Neal targeting return. T. Sims bolsters run support, Jones needs 120-plus yards weekly. Defense. Flores tweaking, more man coverage post-Chargers expose. We're third in NFC North, but wildcard hunt? Playoffs viable at 3-4. Vikings news stat. Last 3 seasons, we rebound from mid-slumps, 10-7-22. History favors us. Optimistic or skeptical? That London legend drive, Week 5 Browns, Wentz hurt early. Grit second half, 9-4-9, 71 yards. Addison's 12-yard score with 25 seconds. Crowd erupts. International Skol. 2-1 record then, momentum peak. Pain masked, but post-game, worst I've felt. Hero status earned. Replay that in your mind, pure Vikings. Favorite international game memory? Charger Blitz hell. 8 hits, directions galore, Derwin James, Mac feasting. Wentz winces on Prime Video, brace new. Yet, tells KOC, I'm in. Sack number 5? Still scrambles for first down. Stats. 18-4-30, 210 yards, 1 TD. Resilience defined. What if O-line healthy? Different story. Final hype. November 2nd, Detroit. Rivalry reignited. Lions 5-2, but we own 'em lately. McCarthy versus Goff. Rookie versus vet. Sims blocking Montgomery. Depth wins. 3-4 to 4-4. Turn it. Predict. Vikings 27-24. Your call? Skol Nation, we've unpacked the heartbreak, the hustle, the horizon. Wentz's warrior exit. Sims' sneaky return. McCarthy's charge into Lions' den. This is Vikings news at its rawest. Pain forging steel, depth sparking fire, playoffs whispering our name. I'm buzzing, heart pounding. What about you? Who's your hero this week? Drop those predictions, opinions, purple passion below. Let's flood the comments. If this fired you up like a US bank roar, smash that like button, subscribe for daily Vikings news drops, hit notifications so you never miss a beat, and share this with your fellow Skol Squad. Spread the purple. Go Vikings. On to Detroit. Horns up. Skol.